Imagine a frontier world where the law is scarce, the heat is oppressive, and the only thing standing between order and chaos is a cyborg sheriff with a heart of steel and a soul of fire. You are part of a dusty, isolated colony on Mars, struggling to survive in a landscape that wants you dead. But when a mysterious stranger rides into town, a man who is half machine, half mystery, and entirely dangerous, you realize that your quiet life is about to be turned upside down by a romance that defies logic and safety. Welcome to High Noon Cyborg, the first spicy, action-packed, and deeply atmospheric installment in Honey Phillips' Cyborgs on Mars series. If you love cyborg romance tropes, sci-fi western vibes, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of surrendering to a connection that bridges the gap between human and machine, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in paranormal romance, blending the visceral tension of the Wild West with the profound heat of a bond that refuses to be broken. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist's reluctant introduction to the new sheriff, a cyborg whose reputation for ruthlessness is only matched by his intensity. The atmosphere is thick with the scent of red dust and ozone, the hum of advanced technology, and the creeping dread and anticipation of knowing that every glance is a challenge and every touch is a claim. Phillips excels at capturing the psychological pull of the mate bond, making every moment of resistance feel like a futile struggle against an inevitable magnetic force. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular forbidden pairing trope and the brilliant enemies-to-lovers dynamic. This isn't just about finding love, it's about navigating a relationship built on power imbalances, ancient instincts, and an undeniable soul-deep connection. Watching the protagonist challenge the cyborg's authority, forge a tentative trust amidst the chaos, and completely shock arrogant outlaws with their stubborn refusal to be broken is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the romance to life, perfectly capturing the deep, rumbling voices of the alpha hero and the breathless tension of the human heroine, making every intimate moment feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the spectacular suspense and the romantic tension, the soul of Cyborgs on Mars lies in its characters and the heavy burden of truth. The protagonist isn't just a victim of fate, she is a deeply human individual struggling with the moral weight of accepting a love that demands everything. The emotional anchor of the story is the fierce, complicated bond between the leads, a relationship built on shared trauma and a mutual desire to burn the world down together. The audiobook format elevates these intimate moments, making the quiet conversations in the saloon feel just as impactful as the explosive, heart-pounding confrontations with the past. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major threat reveals itself, targeting both the cyborg and his mate, forcing them into a desperate, high-stakes confrontation. The finale is a breathtaking display of emotional courage, strategic brilliance, and raw, unbridled passion. They don't just survive the assault, they embrace their destiny, delivering a deeply satisfying, emotionally resonant, and incredibly steamy payoff that cements their bond forever. High Noon Cyborg is a triumph of the sci-fi romance genre. It is smart, spicy, and unapologetically intense. Honey Phillips has crafted a debut that perfectly captures the thrill of being claimed by a machine, or rather, loving the man who helps you fight them. Plug in your headphones, lock your doors, and join the journey. The rules are unnatural, but their love is real.